Welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Sandrone's release is only a few days away, and yet I still don't really have a good build for her. I mean, I do have all her Ascension and talent materials, so I can level her up immediately after getting her, but when it comes to her artifacts, they are not that great yet. They are decent, but I don't just want my Sandrone to have a decent build, I want her to have a good build, since I really like her. And yeah, that's why in today's video I'm gonna do a lot of farming, because if we take a look in my inventory here, we can see that I have 80 of these Fragile Resin, and I'm gonna use a lot of them today, probably like about half of them, which is gonna be over 2000 resin in total, just to see if I can maybe get some good artifacts for Sandrone. And I have actually already farmed Sandrone artifacts in the past few weeks, but like I already said, they are not the greatest artifacts ever. I used Fremine here as my placeholder, so let's go over the ones I already have real quick. The flower here is actually pretty decent. It has both crit stats and energy recharge. I actually don't know how useful ER is on Sandrone. We probably want attack and elemental mastery more than ER, but it probably can't hurt to have a little bit of it. The reason why I didn't level this up fully and stopped at plus 12 is because the crit rolls are all low rolls, so we can probably still get a better flower. Same for the feather. It looks promising at first, but it got 2 flat defense rolls, so not really worth leveling up, since we can definitely get a better feather. The sands though, I did level up fully, and it did get 3 crit rolls, so it's pretty nice. Still room for improvement of course, but this is definitely the best artifact I have so far for Sandrone. And then the goblet, I have a cryo damage bonus goblet here, which honestly is not really what you want. You want an attack goblet for Sandrone, but the only attack goblet I have is this one, which is also not that great. And this one at least had 3 use for substats, I guess that's why I leveled up to 16, but I'm probably not gonna use this, since attack is just much better. And then as for the circlet, I do have some locked ones here with elemental mastery, crit rate, attack, you know, some pretty nice looking circlets, but this main stat we actually want is crit damage, and this is my only crit damage circlet on this set so far. So yeah, that's also of course not looking great. It's a low roll on attack, and we don't have any crit rate or elemental mastery here. So yeah, overall not the greatest build, but hopefully we can improve it today with all the Fragile Resin that I'm gonna use. But yeah, with that being said, let's just go straight to that domain in Mondstadt, the newest artifact domain, and start farming for Sandrone. And I'm gonna use my Yormir Overload team for this. It takes care of this domain pretty quickly. We basically just set up Nicole's stuff first, then we trigger some Overload here, to then use Chefrus, and Yormir takes care of the rest. There we go, one down, and the second one is also down now. Yeah, pretty quick, about 20 seconds, 26 here, since I had to run up to the starting point. But yeah, as you can see, I still have some natural resin and some condensed resin, so I'm obviously going to use up that first before I start using the fragile resin. But let's see what this first run is giving us. A feather with crit damage and energy recharge, but it's only a 3-liner, and we don't really want defense and HP, so that's not worth locking. And wow, here we get double crit with elemental mastery. Okay, yeah, that's typical Genshin. You always get the stats you want on the wrong set. Still gonna lock this because it's a good feather, but damn, that's frustrating. Already on the first run we get the exact stats we want, or almost, since we don't really want flat defense of course, but on the wrong set. It always happens. Best to get it out of the way now, so that we can get some actual good on-set artifacts later. But yeah, I'm not gonna show every run of course, because then the video would be way too long, so I'm just gonna skip to when I actually get a promising artifact, which is hopefully not gonna take that long, but who knows. Okay, this one is kinda okay. I mean, crit damage should have been nice here instead of HP, but we do have 3 useful substats, elemental mastery, attack, and crit rate. It's only a 3-liner though. It's not great, but I'm gonna lock it just in case we don't get anything better for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm still not at the fragile resin, so this was like the 3rd run. We have 1 more condensed resin, and then we go into the fragiles. Oh my god, another double crit on the wrong set. It's a 3-liner though with a low roll on crit damage, and we don't really want defense, so I'm not too worried about this one. Anyway, now it's time to use the Fragile Resin. Okay, we got an attack goblet with energy recharge, double crit, it's a 4-liner, this looks great. Okay, that's our first actually really good artifact of the day. I will absolutely take this. This is way better than the goblet we currently have. So yeah, okay, nice. And we only are like 4 Fragile Resin in, so that was pretty early still. Another double crit with elemental mastery on the wrong set. I'm tired of seeing these. Okay, crit damage with crit rate. It's only a 3-liner and with flat defense and flat HP, so not the greatest, but it is the best crit damage circuit I've gotten so far. So I'll take it. 18 seconds, that's the fastest run so far. So it's definitely gonna give us something good, right? Nope. And nope. Yeah, of course. Oh, and this one actually gave us a double crit goblet with Elemental Mastery. Sadly, it's the wrong main stat, but it has flat HP as well. So for an HP scaler, this would actually be really good. So I'm gonna lock it just in case we ever get an HP scaling superconduct or, stellar conduct character. We are 20 resin into this farming session now, and so far we haven't really gotten many good artifacts, only really that attack goblet, and I guess the crit damage circuit, though that wasn't good, it was just better than what I have currently. But yeah, overall, I would say it could be worse. I've definitely had worse sessions. Again, we have 3 feathers here, useless, useless, and then the one that's not on set has double crit and elemental mastery. Of course, it's always the same. Okay, finally a double crit feather on the right set, but it's only a 3-liner, it's the lowest possible crit rate roll, no elemental mastery, no attack. I don't know about this one. But if it doesn't roll into flat defense like the one we already have, then it could definitely be an upgrade. Oh, no space left in artifact inventory. Okay, yeah. So let's just take this opportunity to level up some of the artifacts that we got. Mainly that goblet with attack and double crit. And it also had elemental mastery, right? Yeah, this one here. No, that's the HP one. This one. It had energy recharge, not elemental mastery. But still, that's a pretty good goblet, as long as it just doesn't roll into HP. And also, we don't really want energy recharge rolls. Just please roll completely into crit. Okay, crit damage, and it's a high roll. The highest possible roll, actually. Okay, that's really good. Crit damage again, and it's another high roll, I think. Yes, okay. Okay, we're actually getting really good crit rolls here. This is going so great right now. Please just keep this up. Crit rate? Okay, I'll take it. It's a low roll, but I'll take it. Oh my god, this is actually rolling so well. Please just keep going like this. Yes, okay, another crit rate roll. Oh my god, can we actually get 5 crit rolls here? It's already a great artifact, even if we don't get another crit roll. But just please don't give me HP. That's all I'm asking here. Just no HP, and we are gonna be so good here. Last level up, and it's HP, of course. Of course, it had to go into HP for the last one. The game just couldn't give me 5 crit rolls, or at least 4 crit rolls and 1 ER roll. No, it had to be HP. Okay, well, whatever. It's still a great artifact. This is actually really good. Like, we got almost 10% crit rate, we got over 20% crit damage. This is over 40 crit value. I will absolutely take this. Yeah, this is actually a really good artifact. By far the best artifact we have on Sandrone right now. Now, let's see if we want to level up this. It's not great, but if it does get a lot of crit rate rolls, it might be worth it. Let's just see. Okay, flat HP. Let's get one more level up here and flat HP again. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna stop here. We can definitely get better circlets. But yeah, other than that, we didn't really get much, right? I think we got a double crit feather here, which has potential, as long as it just doesn't roll into flat defense. Okay, ER, that's acceptable. Just give me some crit rolls now, please. Okay, crit damage. Not bad. Was a low roll, but I will take it. Another ER roll. I'm still gonna level 20 this, because so far it hasn't rolled into flat defense. And crit rate. Okay, you know what? Not the greatest rolls, but I will take this. This is not a bad artifact, and definitely better than the one we had before that rolled a bunch into flat defense. And in terms of feather, yeah, we didn't really get anything. But let's take a look at our stats now. We got 31 crit rate, 122 crit damage, and we actually get 19 crit rate from the Ascension, so that's basically 50 crit rate, plus the 16 crit rate from the artifact set puts us at 66 crit rate. That is good, but not quite where I want my Sandrone to be. I wanted to have at least 70 crit rate, so we still have some more farming to do, definitely. So let's go straight back in. We can actually claim some artifacts right away, since we couldn't before. Let's see, they're all on the right set, but are they gonna be good? No. Oh well, we still have some more Fragile Resin, so there's still hope. Oh, crit rate with crit damage. We need it the other way around. Still gonna lock this though. Okay, another crit damage with crit rate. It's only a 3-liner and has defense and flat defense, but I'll take it. It could roll well, potentially. Wow, look at that goblet. That looks great, right? It's on the wrong set though, and they don't eat goblets anymore anyway. Also, it's the lowest possible rolls on crit rate and crit damage, so it's actually not even that great, but still a good artifact. Okay, well, nothing here, but I've used up 35 Fragile Resin now, so let's go out and level up some more. Though I think since the last time we leveled up artifacts, I haven't gotten much. It was just that one crit circlet, right? But it is definitely worth leveling up. Oh, wait, that's the wrong character. Fremine, there we go. Circlet. Yeah, we got this one here. Let's see. Please roll well. Just go all into crit rate. Ah, flat defense immediately. I'm gonna try one more, but it's probably not gonna be great. And defense. Okay, no. Yeah. My luck with crit circlets is just abysmal. And I don't think using 5 more Fragile Resin or so is gonna give us a better crit circlet. I mean, it could, but the probability is low. So I think what I'm gonna do here is either off-piece the circlet, or I could also use some Sanctifying Elixirs to create one. Let's take a look at the other artifacts, because the sands, while it is good, could also be better. And I do feel like I have some really good attack sands, so I could off-piece this one. So let's reset the requirements here and go for attack with crit rate, crit damage. I have this one here. This is actually really good. It has a lot of crit rate and some crit damage. Could use that one. Or this is also not bad. Yeah, I have some really good sands here. So I could use one of these as the off-piece and then create a circlet with Sanctifying Elixirs. But should probably check what kind of circlets we do have here for off-pieces. I mean, yes, some decent ones, but none of these really have a lot of crit rate. Do have some with really big attack, but no elemental mastery in this one. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely better. This one actually has a lot of elemental mastery and some attack, but low crit rate. Yeah, I think it's better if we just off-piece the sands, use this one for now, and then we finish leveling up this flower here. We sadly didn't get a better one. And then we create a circlet with Sanctifying Elixirs. Okay, crit rate. I will take it. Oh, HP. Okay, well, whatever. Not the greatest artifact, but we can definitely get a better flower in the future, since flowers are not that difficult to get. Though, seeing today's results, you would think otherwise, since we didn't get a single good flower. But that's just how it is sometimes. Anyway, let's take a look at the stats now. We got 43 to 113. So with the 19 we get from Ascension, that's 62, plus the 16 we get from the artifact set is 78. So we actually already have almost 80 crit rate here. So maybe we should just use one of our low crit rate circlets that we already got instead of using Sanctifying Elixirs. But they rolled into flat HP and defense, so I really don't like these, even if you don't need that much crit rate anymore. No, I'm gonna create one. It's fine, I have a lot of elixirs, if I remember correctly. I haven't used some in a while. Yeah, I have 23 currently, so we can definitely afford creating a circlet here on the set. And we obviously want crit damage as our main stat. And then also our substats, crit rate, and either attack percentage or elemental mastery. I'm not sure which is more useful. I'm just gonna go for attack, because Sandrone's signature weapon, which I'm also gonna try to get, has a lot of base attack, which makes attack percent a pretty good substat. And I'm just not sure about how important elemental mastery really is for stellar conduct. I've heard it's pretty important, but if it's similar to the lunar reactions, then it's probably better to get attack. And elemental mastery is just a nice bonus. If we can get it, it's nice, but we don't really need to focus on EM. That's how it was for most of the lunar reactions. So yeah, let's do this. And let's see. No elemental mastery, but we did get flat attack, and it's a 4-liner, and it's the highest possible roll on crit rate, but a low roll on attack. But overall, definitely not a bad artifact. Could be much worse. Definitely the best circlet we've gotten today. So now we just need to level it up, and we are guaranteed to get 2 rolls into attack and crit. I'm hoping for mainly crit rolls here, but if you do get 2 attack rolls instead, that's also fine. Let's just see. Okay, first goes into attack. I think it's a low roll. Attack again. Are we really not gonna get a single crit rate roll? Come on, game. And flat HP, of course. And flat HP again. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Okay, at least one crit rate roll, but it's the lowest possible roll. I don't like this. This didn't roll well. The 2 flat HP was really hurt, but I don't think there's a point in re-rolling this, because we only guarantee 2 rolls again if we re-roll this, so we might not even get a better configuration. So, oh well. It's fine for now. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats now. 50 to 166. So that's gonna be 69 with her Ascension stat, and then with the artifact set, it's gonna be 85. So yeah, 85 crit rate, I'm happy with that. We don't need more, and the crit damage is actually gonna be over 200 with her signature weapon, if I manage to get it, because that weapon gives 44 crit damage. So yeah, 85 to 210 it's gonna be then. That's not a bad ratio. I think this build can be called finished now. It's definitely much better than what we started with today. Also, a decent amount of energy recharge. 0 elemental mastery though. That's bad. That is very bad. But oh well, it is what it is. The game just didn't want to give me elemental mastery today. It just be like that sometimes. But overall, definitely an improvement, and I can still, of course, work on this build more in the future. And I'm also still gonna farm some more artifacts from the naturally generating resin in the next few days before Sandrone's release, so maybe I get lucky and get another good one. But for now, I'm happy with this build. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin Impact and other gacha content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.